we kind of thought that was a bad call, but you know, uh, I'll have to agree with you on the technical
Several
side.
people said on the replay that you had to grasp the rim because you had so much momentum that you came in at an angle.
Yes.
What was your-
As I went up for the dunk, I wasn't able to land. It was kind of difficult for me. So, as I swung on the rim, it was kind of difficult for me to come down. Because I might tweak an ankle or tear something. So it was kind of difficult for me to land. So I could be safe as well. But the ref he gonna make a call regardless. So me personally, I felt like it was a bad call. Because it gave us a lot of momentum. That I think that dunk I did, it would have sealed the game. So me personally, I feel like not taking nothing away from Defiance. That's a real good team, but I feel like it was a steal.
Did the referee give you any explanation or your coach any explanation?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Defiance. They came out and they played well. That's a real good team. They wouldn't be out here playing in win the state championship game if they wasn't good. So I'm not taking anything away. But in big games like that, I feel like if I make a play like that, you gotta let us rock. And I feel like he kind of got involved, in the fight. So now I have to live with that for the rest of my life. And it hurts. Because every time I talk to the media or my parents or my coach, it was always a goal to win the state championship. And right now I feel like it was stolen away from me.
Antwon, are you close to making a college decision?
No, not at all. But that's the next step.
Antwon, you also had 24 points. You were the reason that your team was in that position really at the end of the game. Talk about what you were feeling because, before that, you were having sort of, seemed like the night of your life out there.
Yeah, it was a great night. Just came on to play. Big time players show up in big time games, and it was a big time game. So with games like that, as me being a senior, I have to step up and come out and put on a great performance for me, myself, and my team.
Antwon, let me ask you this. Have you ever, going back to that issue about the call, have you ever had that call made on you or seen that call made against your team before or another team that you played?
Not at all. I was actually surprised, when the ref made the call, I kind of looked him eye to eye. I was like, are you serious? This is a state championship game. Really? But the refs, the refs gonna do their job, as well. So if he felt like that was a then it was a technical foul. He got to do his job at the end of the day.
Montel, can you just talk about Antwon's performance, seeing your teammate compete like that?
His performance, it was just great all around. Shooting, handling the ball, just rebounding, just getting buckets when we needed, just doing everything for us.
Antwon, with obviously a very athletic team, a lot of length and a lot of size, but really your three-point shooting there in the first half, hitting three threes I think in the first quarter and 4 in the first half, that was added another maybe dimension to you guys' offense. I guess just talking about how that, how that changed what you guys were doing out there, that you not only were you having to go inside, but you were able to get good looks on the outside.
Yeah, like I said, just come out and play, So that's my job, Got to lead my team, not only in scoring. I see you guys, talking about my offense, but I'm not only going to lead on the offensive side, but I also want to lead on the defensive side. So just came out and just played.
Coach, what did you think the turning point was? Yeah, I think when Dez got hurt, that was big because we played a couple of possessions of defense without him. He's one of our best defenders, and then he's our leader. He's our floor general, and so it was different for us. Down the stretch without him, I thought we turned it over a couple times where the ball may have been in his hands. Not to say that something different would have happened, but I felt like when he got hurt, that was a turning point.
And from your perspective, what did you think of the call on the technical?
My Central Catholic brain tells me I was very upset, and I didn't agree with the call. But just as a basketball guy, I agree with it. We've had this conversation before. I don't know if Antwon didn't feel safe, people up under him, but whatever he felt, I trusted. So, that's my guy. So whatever he was thinking at that moment, I'm rolling with that.
Coach, before you got into here, Antwon was talking how he's going to have to hold that moment for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to tell him, about the way he performed to even get you guys to that moment?
Well, I'm a guy who, I played in the state championship game in 1995. We lost by 1 point in overtime. And so I know the feeling firsthand. But that's fueled me, to want to be a coach, to give back to younger guys. So knowing the character that he has, I'm pretty sure that, he'll use that, for something positive. I don't know what it is. He's welcome to come back and coach with us anytime, he feels. But, it's just a lesson, and it's the little things in life that matter. But I can promise you, wherever he goes from here, he will be successful because, that's the kind of kid he is. So, he doesn't understand that now. He's hurt because he's put in so much work, and I get that. But there's they say there's a miracle in my mess. So, this is a little bit of a mess, but that's a miracle right there, and he'll be fine.
Coach, there's so many plays in the game, but you look, the technical foul on this dunk late. I feel like you guys had the game, and then obviously it just kind of slipped away from you guys.
Absolutely. There were a couple plays where, it was on us. So it was on us to make a play, and that was on both sides of the floor. There were a couple times where we gave up some layups on some out of bounds underneath, maybe from not communicating or maybe just getting lost in the shuffle. And then obviously offensively we turned it over a couple times. We missed a couple chippies. We also missed a couple free throws, and so I believe in this team so much that I always felt like it would come down to us. And I think that's what happened.
Antwon, what did you tell your teammates when you got back to the locker room?
Couldn't tell them nothing. I was hurt.
What did they say to you?
They told me to keep my head up. Everything's gonna be okay. A lot of positive things a brother will always say to another brother.
Same question for you, Coach. What did you say to the team after?
Just let them know that to hold their head up. I'm still proud of them. I wouldn't have rather had my first season with any other group of young men. I would rather lose with them than win with another group. And we've developed a bond, hopefully that will, have relationships that are life-lasting. So, everything else we'll talk about, when the smoke clears and we get back to Cleveland.
With what Defiance brought to the floor, obviously a little size advantage there for you guys. What were they doing on the defensive side that maybe kept them in the game and obviously able to win?
Well, they're just scrappy. They're a very scrappy and feisty team. You take those smaller guys and you put them on bigger guys, and they're able to sit lower to the ground, and they kind of, get up under you a little bit. And so I felt like they did a good job of that. They did a good job of contesting shots, and then, they packed that zone in tight where they didn't, really allow us to drive many gaps. And so, credit to them, for that. And then they took advantage of situations. I felt like when we made a mistake, they made us pay for it, and that's what great teams do.
Coach, did you get an explanation on why the tee was called?
I didn't even ask.
Didn't even ask.
Didn't even ask. Once the call is made, there's nothing I can say to, reverse it. So I was more so trying to make sure that I didn't get one to follow up with it.
Do you
I'm
think
sorry?
future referees should use discretion in situations?
Absolutely, absolutely. I believe that there's certain plays you can go to the monitor on, and it's always safety first for the kids. And I've never been on the rim that much, but I can only imagine that when you get up there and you look down and there's somebody under there, you might not want to fall off the rim until he's gone. And so, maybe they can go to the monitor on that. Maybe they, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I think for next year we'll put a rule in just layups off the backboard, all layups.
It's actually the second time in the second game I've seen this year where a technical foul on a dunk has cost a team a game.
Mhm.
For the sake of safety and for the priority that it is in all sports
Mhm.
now, would you favor seeing the dunk eliminated for the sake of safety and to eliminate controversies as a coach?
Say that one more time.
Would you favor seeing the dunk taken out of the game the way it used to be in the 70s for the sake of safety and for the fact of eliminating such controversy?
I wouldn't go that far with it, only because we're looking at it from a negative standpoint. As much as that dunk hurt us because we got a technical foul, that could have been a dunk to take us home. And so I know what the power in the dunk is, and that's momentum, and it's been that for our team, all year long. So I would be opposed to that because, it would take away from guys like Montel being able to use to his advantage, what he has, and that's length and athletic ability. So I'm not going to say that I don't like the dunk or I'm in favor of taking it out because, we lost, because there were other plays in the game where if we, take care of the basketball, we don't have to worry about that.
Coach, at the end of regulation,
Yes.
was the play designed to go to Tervel, or did Antwon have options on that play?
No, it was designed to go to Tervel. It was, Antwon was a decoy in that. We got a basket out of it, so I'm going to say that it worked. But, yeah, it was for Tervel.